Owen, tell me something.
Truman, do you know that the Chiefs' defense is elite?
Dahm, that's true. Welcome everybody back to another episode of Dahm. That's true. Of course, I'm your host of the most Truman Steve Machines team. As always, I'm joined here by the bomb.
Kaboom!
Owen Dahm. Owen, how are you doing?
I'm okay, I guess.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
Tottenham got throttled. They got boat raced.
Yeah,
They
not
got
really boat
shellacked.
raced. Chelsea's really shit.
They got a country butt whooping.
I mean, we were down to 9 men. Chelsea was bad. So
Yeah, 2 red cards. What a meltdown, dude.
Yeah, well, one of them was the second yellow, which is worse.
What?
One of them was the second yellow.
That's even worse.
Yes, it is even worse.
Which one was the second yellow?
On you, doggy. The one in the 55th minute.
It wasn't the one of Romero.
No, yeah, Romero's in the 33rd.
Didn't he just like cuss out the ref?
To get the yellow?
No, to get the red.
No, he hit someone in the leg. It was a bad tackle. It was red.
Oh, classic
Yeah.
Romero.
It was a red card. It is kind of classic Romero, actually.
I actually saw a discourse about it, about how he's probably the most reckless defender in the Premier League.
He is he's really good, but he is reckless. He's good for 2 to 3 red cards a year.
He's like me in middle school basketball. Me and that guy, basically the same.
Just due for a technical once a game.
I fouled out every game that I played in. Pretty much every game I played in. And I fouled the shit out of some kids, dude. I really did. One time I got a block and everybody's like, yeah. And I mugged the shit out of that guy and definitely that was my, I almost probably got an intentional foul for that one, honestly.
But is that on your Mount Rushmore of top Truman plays?
What?
Is that on your Mount Rushmore of Truman plays? Blocking a ball but not getting a foul called?
No, I got the foul called.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was playing rec ball once, and some dude was going up for a layup, and I was trying to do a chase down, and he stopped and went up, and I just accidentally plowed him.
Yeah. You went soaring.
He was bigger than me, and I'm full sprint behind him, and I'm clumsy. And I was like, "Hey, man, I'm so sorry. That was a hard foul. I'm so sorry."
At least he hadn't jumped yet.
No,
That would be. Then you get flipped.
Yep. I was lucky. So, I'm not reading that message, Chase. Screw you. I'm upset.
Says that Chase is a Chelsea fan.
He's not really a Chelsea fan.
And he told me that when he wasn't on stream. He said he doesn't really follow Premier League, but if he did, he'd pick Chelsea.
Yes.
And
I think we've been over this.
willed us into
Yes,
existence.
he's a Chelsea fan because he also read Alex Rider when he was in elementary school, just like everyone else who's a Chelsea fan and an American. So.
Okay. All right. Welcome everybody. And Don, that's true. Today, of course, we're going to talk about the Chiefs versus the Dolphins. We don't have a game to preview next week.
Nope.
Because it's the bye week.
What are we doing for the bye week? Have we decided?
Next week, bye week, we're going to do what we always do. Pinky?
Hockey?
Try to take over the world. No. We're going to do hot takes. The mid-season hot take special.
Oh, right. Of course.
We've basically been doing hot takes every week, but next week will be get your hottest takes, get your freshest takes. We want playoff hot takes. We want what you think is going to happen for the rest of the NFL season. Comment this on the YouTube. Tell me in person.
Snapchat
me, text
Twitter,
me,
text.
Twitter, do all the things.
Leave me a voicemail.
Comment mean things on our TikToks.
That too.
Nice. He's a FIFA.
15. That's a valid reason. I respect that, actually.
Chase said that the reason he's a Chelsea fan is because it was on the FIFA 15 demo game. So nice. And he liked the colors.
Fair enough.
So we're gonna be doing that. We're gonna do overreactions with the Owerreactor.
Oh boy, am I ready.
He's ready. We're also
Ring. Who's
probably
that?
gonna call Sawyer.
Well, I'm getting this phone call. I'll have to call you back. I'll pick up that phone call during the overreaction section.
Ooh, we call that a burying the lead. He's making you guys listen to the end. Or there's chapters and you guys can just skip ahead in the
Chase would ask to join the show next week, but he's taking his PE. Damn, a lot of engineers.
Hey, good luck. Good luck on your PE.
Hey.
I passed my PE in May, and Tina passed her PE last week. Tina got the results last week, so good luck, Chase.
Good luck.
If you need any advice, legitimately ask me, depending on which ones you're taking. But shoot me a message. Okay, that's beside the point. Owen, let's get into it. Chiefs versus Dolphins this week, Owen. Did you watch the game?
Did I watch the Chiefs versus Dolphins game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, me too.
Oh, yeah, 'cause you were there.
Yeah, we watched.
Well, I mean, not in Frankfurt.
We actually watched it in Stillwater, Oklahoma. We were also in a strange and foreign land, Oklahoma. Just like the Chiefs. Damn, he just like me for real.
Yeah, I mean, it was essentially the same. They went to Frankfurt. I went to a random coffee shop and asked if they could put it on the TV. By the way,
And
this coffee shop
just the same, just as if we were in the Chiefs bar. It was a little. It embarrassed me just a touch, because we were in a city that nobody gives a shit about the Chiefs.
I said, for fuck's sake, Chris Jones. Okay, you
you exclaimed louder.
That was some bullshit, though. It was a terrible idea.
It was the best. It was the best option we had in Stillwater.
Yeah, they had more.
It was actually a pretty sweet bar.
That place had more.
Go to E&M's or just EM's.
Yeah,
in Stillwater, Oklahoma.
That place had more TVs than any coffee shop I'd ever seen.
And the lady was super nice. The bartender just threw all three TVs with the game on, and we had like 10 people, and we
all got food and drinks. We all tipped her well, and she's like, hey, thanks, appreciate you guys. It was fun having the game up there.
We just bellied up to the bar and watched that game. So, Chiefs versus Dolphins takeaway, Owen.
Chiefs defense is elite. Top 5 for sure, no doubt.
I think a lot of people are taking that away, especially on the national stage where everybody got to see them do it. Yeah. I think a lot of people are taking away from this game.
The Dolphins were 0 for 7 on third down at one point in the game. Obviously, they converted a couple of them later in the game, but 0 for 7 on third down at one point.
It makes me interested, because there's a lot of people. We're going to get to the overreaction section. There's going to be a lot of people who want to talk about, this team will beat the Chiefs. This team will beat the Chiefs. Chiefs will lose in the playoffs. This team will. It's one of those things where I'm not sure what the makeup of a team that can beat the Chiefs is, because we just faced the best offense in the NFL, and they were shut down. That's the lowest point total they've scored all year.
So they scored 1 touchdown from a full drive, and then their other touchdown was from a 30-yard field.
A 30-yard field that I believe we were going to get the stop and hold them for 3, and then Chris Jones shoved somebody on 3rd and 20.
Yeah.
Ravens run heavy with good defense. I don't see the
doesn't
thing
matter.
is the good defense doesn't matter, because the Chiefs offense isn't the strong point anymore. And the Chiefs, and I don't think the Ravens run offense is that great.
The Ravens have only played
without
janitors.
Bolton's going to be back by the playoffs.
Yeah.
Bolton's just has a wrist injury. He's on short-term IR.
Yeah, he'll be back for the playoffs. Also, the Ravens have only played janitors, and don't tell me the Seahawks.
I believe Bolton's out. What, 4 to 6, or is it 6 to 8?
Yeah, it was like 2 months.
It could be 6 to 8.
Yeah. Either way, Fraud Watch called on the Seahawks. Holy cow.
Yes.
Ring, ring. Hello. Yes, Fraud Watch. I'd like to make a claim. Seattle Seahawks.
I will say, I think the biggest test for the Chiefs will be coming out of this bye week. If the Chiefs beat the Eagles.
Oh yeah. Whew.
Then I don't think any. I'm not spoiling your reactions too much. But I will say, if the Chiefs beat the Eagles, I don't see
number 1 team in the league for sure.
I don't see how anybody's going to say, well, this team will beat them though.
Well, they lost to the Broncos. Yeah, they made every mistake imaginable in the Broncos game.
Yeah, we had a nightmare scenario.
Well,
and teams have had nightmare scenarios this year.
I think this year as a whole, scoring is down across the NFL. Defenses are figuring out how to deal with more pass-heavy offenses, which is why right now, like Chase said earlier, the Ravens, being more of a run-first team, are finding success because more teams are trying to focus their defense around defending the pass because the dynamic quarterback is, more involved than it's ever been.
Yeah.
But at the same time, scoring is down because the defense is overall better.
Right.
And I think the Chiefs are right on that curve of having that good defense to keep up with the times, which was
I think I've also seen
impressive.
more stats. There's been more offensive holding calls and less defensive holding and less defensive pass interference calls this year.
Interesting.
That's been in trend.
Yeah,
so
I'm fine with that.
That's all over the league.
I'm fine with that when it goes my way. I don't like it when it goes against me, but that's just being a fan.
Oh, well, and obviously we had the odd uptick in enforcement on illegal formations.
I'll put that back down.
Oh, what is this blocking?
Yeah, it's blocking the light from going into my corneas.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough.
Thank you.
So we had that weird enforcement also.
Yeah.
And so it's just there's been a couple of things that have all encouraged or all kind of led to this uptick in defense, but also, and people don't want to hear this, and this is going to sound cocky, but the team that was leading the forefront of the big offensive push in the NFL and was the premier offense in the NFL was the Chiefs. And they're simply not very good at offense this year.
Yeah.
They're not great.
And the Dolphins were the best offense in the league going into this game. So,
And that's
14 points ain't gonna cut it.
and that's I think that's part of the question and answer of why offense just isn't as good this year.
Yeah, and also, I mean, another takeaway from this is, I truly believe that the Chiefs' offense is going to figure something out. They're not going to be, 17th in the red zone the whole year. No. I don't think they're going to be a bottom half red zone team. I also don't think
it's crazy how bad it's felt in the red zone this year for the Chiefs, and they're under 17. Dolphins were the best offense in the league against bad teams. You said it yourself, Owen. Well,
I mean, that's
they were
true.
the best offense in the league until this week. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fair. That's a fair criticism. But everyone was telling me about the Dolphins offense going into this game and how they're going to score 30. Didn't you yourself predict 30 points, Chase?
Yeah, Chase. I heard a lot about the Dolphins scoring 30.
Curious. Anyway, Dolphins lost. They were frauds, like I said.
I went crazy. That's funny. That's fair.
Well, I'm sure is this the only time we're talking about the Dolphins on the whole show? Because I want to get it out. Yeah, Dolphins are frauds. Told you guys. Thank you.
Well, I guess there will be some overreactions about.
No, okay. Well, we might talk about them on overreactions.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I put some in for overreactions.
Yeah, I think this is fair for you. I think this is an appropriate time for you to dance on the Dolphins' grave, real quick.
Yeah, I'm dancing. I'm dancing on all y'all graves who doubted me. Chiefs dub, comfortable dub. Really wasn't that close. Got dicey only because of the Chiefs, not because of anything the Dolphins were doing. The only reason it was close.
Every Chiefs loss is the Chiefs' fault.
Yeah, only reason that game was even close at all is because Chris Jones lost his mind for a brief moment of madness. It felt great. It's actually $10 because we made 2 wide receiver bets. Tyreek Hill, another best wide receiver, held under 70 yards. That's a recipe for a win every single day of the week. If your number one wide receiver is only around 50, 60 yards, the Chiefs are winning the game. So it just gives me more confidence because my personal fear is actually the Bengals. And they keep winning games in good fashions against good teams. And it does make me fear them again as I believe probably the team that's going to be challenging us for the Arrowhead Invitational. However, I think the Chiefs defense is good enough to give us the dub because the Bengals defense got worse this year. But anyway, that is my Chiefs-Dolphins takeaway, is that the Dolphins are frauds. We all knew it. Now every NFL meme page is like, are the Dolphins frauds? Yes, they are. They finally listened to old Owen Dahm.
ML football, JPA football, all those fucking.
Oh, I never see ML football. I'm glad I don't. It's terrible.
I've blocked them all at this point.
All like the fake ones that always tweet out like rumors and shit. So terrible.
Well, it's just clickbait stuff. It's always like what really. I think it's like JPA football.
Yeah.
That was just like true or false, and it was just like a random ass comment, and you're like, no, man.
And real quick, Truman, I want to finish this up real quick.
True or false? The Chiefs get all the calls.
So throughout the years, in the last 3 years especially, the Chiefs defense has always started off really poorly.
Yes.
And we've always said, give Spags, until week 12 to really have the defense gelling, and then they'll be playing really well come playoff time. We just had the exact opposite thing this year. We have a decidedly younger wide receiving core with our number one wide receiver being Rashee Rice. He is our number one wide receiver. And then 1A, 1B, Justin Watson right now. Those guys at the top.
Yep.
And once those guys start gelling 100% perfectly, the Chiefs offense will run like normal again. Also, what I'd like to point out is that the Chiefs tend to have one deep ball with big play potential bounce off a wide receiver's hands per game, it seems like. And those would boost Mahomes' numbers and make everyone feel so much better about the offense if those plays just go our way. We just haven't had one of those go our way recently. Justin Watson's good for a 25-yard sideline catch every game, but that's not the big chunk plays I'm talking about. I'm talking about the 35-yard, the 40-yard passes to Sky Moore, to MVS that seem to get dropped every game. We catch one of those, and people are like, oh, well, there's the Chiefs offense that we know. Now, Patrick Mahomes right now is just taking more and more of what he's been given, which is the short yardage plays, which is why we all think that the offense is off. But the second that deep ball opens up and our wide receivers start catching things, we'll be good.
That's fair. No, I like it. I like your point.
That's all I got to say, yeah.
Fair enough. All right. Let's move on to a couple questions here about the Chiefs that kind of came out of the Chiefs game. Sorry, on my phone, I was going to create the Dahm That's True Twitter account.
I see.
I think it's time. I think
it's time.
Honestly,
Divide and conquer.
Honestly, No, I was gonna say we could just rename the Islanders KC account, but I think we keep that one separate.
We have like 3 followers, bro. They're all Isles KC fans. We can't. They're too loyal.
We can't disappoint our fans. But I think we switch. I think we create just Dahm That's True account. That way you guys can just get honestly just Chiefs, K-State, and we can do me and Owen doing a
And
constant
hot
stream.
takes would be a little bit easier. Just tell you on Twitter.
And when NFL news comes out, we can just comment on that, and we can do almost not quite engage
We can
bait,
farm
but we can do
interactions, Truman.
I wouldn't farm interactions, but I would just put out my hot takes.
Oh,
instead
I would.
of you
I
guys
would
having
farm
to put up with
interactions.
that every single time.
I would farm interactions.
Fair enough.
No shame.
That's what Owen's for. There you go.
I'm pretty good at it, actually. I had to mute a conversation today because I said something about the Ravens only beating teams with janitors, and this Bills fan and this Ravens fan under that tweet kept going back. I think they're still going back and forth. I had to mute the conversation. I was like, I don't care about any of this. I said what I said, and he's just going to say no. I said, okay, I don't. I'm not interested in arguing this point anymore.
Interesting.
But yeah.
Owen, the question that I first want to ask you is it time to admit that the Chiefs' offense is bad?
Sorry, I interrupted you. Repeat the question. I'm sorry.
Is it time to admit that the Chiefs' offense is bad?
Oh, sure. So I think that in terms of the last 5 years of being Chiefs fans, yes, this offense is bad. However, looking at the numbers, this is still a top 10 offense in the league right now, which is crazy.
I was about to actually go look at those
stats. We are not a good red zone team right now. We're a below average red zone team, which is why all of us Chiefs fans are worried. We're not scoring 28 points a game anymore. We're still winning.
Chiefs are top 10 in scoring right now.
Yeah, which is weird because we feel like we're just not scoring at all.
God, Cincinnati Bengals, what the fuck? They're bottom 7 in the league. That's
in scoring. Yeah, that's what happens.
In total scoring, it's not points per game. Toggle per game stats. Hold on, there we go.
Oh.
Points per game, they go all the way up to still number 7 or still number 25.
That's wild. Crazy. See, this is what I'm talking about. You can't really look at stats until the end of the year because good teams are going to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have teams like the Texans, right, that score a whole bunch every week because our defense is so bad.
Right.
So,
man, the Chiefs are averaging 23.1 points per game.
It's pretty good.
It's fine. It's just
not our Chiefs standards because we're used to 35 and 30.
It's true.
Mahomes' first year as a starter, 35 points a game essentially.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then Mahomes' first Super Bowl year, 31 points a game. We're used to a whole bunch of points a game, and we're used to having higher scoring games. Our defense is too good to have a higher scoring game anymore.
Yeah,
we're not getting, because we're also not. With the evolution of kickers, no one's really returning kickoffs far anymore. Special teams has gotten better to the point where you're not allowing really big returns. Coverage teams have all gotten better. The NFL is much more individual player based now,
That is fair.
So in terms of Chiefs offenses that we're used to, yes, this offense is bad.
Right.
Overall in the NFL, is this offense bad? No. But
for the record, last year the Chiefs offense was 69.4% in the red zone.
Yeah.
This year's Chiefs offense,
like 23 or something like that, right?
54.
Oh,
so
still pretty good.
Yeah, but a whole 13% lower, which is rarely where you start to feel that pain.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we'll work back to where the Chiefs belong to be. Honestly,
Bengals Texans next week isn't actually a shockingly good game. That's a sneaky good game.
That could be a sneaky good game, but yeah, I think this year especially, any given Sunday, that phrase matters more.
Yeah, I don't think there's any elite teams, but the question, Chiefs offense, I don't know if they're bad. I think that's what I originally had just put mid.
Mm-hmm.
I think they are mid.
They're just comparatively bad to what they've been.
I think they're not a top 5 offense right now.
Oh, definitely not.
And I don't think they don't have to be a top 5 offense, but
they have to be top 10.
They have to be top 10. Actually, I will say I think to win in this league, I think you do have to be a top 5 offense. I think to win in the NFL playoffs, I think you do need to be a top 5 offense.
If the Chiefs have a defensive score at any time in the playoffs, they're winning the game.
I think you need a top 5 offense still. I don't think the Chiefs.
Well, we need is another wide receiver, but we're too bold and we think we're good enough right now, which I think last game versus the Dolphins showed that we're not.
But I think the level of elite that your defense has to be for you to win a Super Bowl off the back of your defense is a level that you see once every 10 years.
That's true. I think what Chase just said in the chat is you need to be top 5 in turnover ratio. That is something where I think the Chiefs' offense will get better over the season.
Pop
the
quiz.
Chiefs are not going to be. We're bottom 10 right now in the NFL for turnovers.
Pop quiz: how many turnovers do the Chiefs have on offense this year?
Tied for most, right?
Yes, they are tied for most.
It's like 17 or something.
It is 17 exactly. Great job.
Nice.
Yes, the Chiefs' offense has 17 turnovers. They have the most turnovers in the NFL.
That is coachable. That's not continuing.
I
have confidence in Andy Reid, Matt Nagy, and I'm sorry, but I forgot the wide receiver coach's name along with the tight end coach.
I
do not know them.
learned their name. There's also a new quarterback coach. I also don't know his name.
Yes, I have confidence in them that kind of stuff will stop over the course of the year. I don't think this team is just a team that turns over the ball. Because you know what when we had this conversation, Truman? Last year around this time. Same kind of issues were happening with turnovers.
Sure.
I don't think it'll continue. And it didn't last year, and they won the Super Bowl. They cut out turnovers. They stopped having weird 4-turnover games.
Chiefs offense has forced 13 turnovers, so they're -4. God, see, I think that's the thing that makes me think that all this is going to be okay. Chiefs offense has been bad, or it's been bad for Chiefs. It's been not a top 10 offense. The Chiefs offense, the Chiefs turnover ratio is -4 for the year.
Yep.
The Chiefs have lost to the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
The Chiefs have, frankly, just not felt like the Chiefs. They haven't felt like an elite team. And they're 7-2 and on top of the AFC for the 1 seed. After all that, what's the point?
Yeah, just keep playing out the season. This next game against the Eagles is huge.
Yes. Coming out
once
of the bye
again,
week. Eagles also coming off a bye week though.
Also though, if we wait, what does that say?
It says that Mahomes makes Josh Allen throw a week, which is fair.
He has been recently, but I also think that.
And how does that
if the
turnover
Chiefs,
number compare to past years? I think
way
it's
more
one
turnovers.
of the worst. Yeah.
I'll also tell
Mahomes is definitely on pace to throw the most interceptions he's ever thrown.
I'll also tell you that if the Chiefs lose the Eagles, also not the end of the world. Not a division game.
It's true. Doesn't matter.
So for playoff seeding, they completely take out division games, right?
You'd rather lose NFC. You'd rather lose NFC games than AFC. First tiebreaker is head-to-head. Second tiebreaker is AFC record.
Yeah. So we all thought, these Chiefs are going 13-4, 14-3. So they lose a game to the Eagles and then another game to like the Bengals. I'd say we're still probably top of the league.
I think this is about where we had them at when we were.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But you just want to move on to this question that you just popped up here?
Yes. Sorry, I was trying to pull up. I was going to pull up our picks, but instead, actually, let's just talk about this next one. And my next question for you is: Trent McDuffie Brett Veach's best draft pick ever?
Outside of Patrick Mahomes?
Patrick Mahomes is not his draft pick.
Oh,
we don't count it.
Well,
It's
yes.
John Dorsey's draft pick.
Actually, hold on. No, I think Isaiah Pacheco is probably his best pick ever. Starter in the 7th round.
So that's the question: is it becomes value, right? Is a great 5th rounder better than an elite?
He's a
first
7th rounder.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying.
Oh yeah.
Just on the general, because he's a good 7th rounder. He's not a great 7th rounder,
but he is an NFL starter.
Yeah, he's an NFL starter that they found in the 7th round. Is that better than maybe an All-Pro cornerback?
The top 5 corner. No, I think McDuffie is probably his best draft pick ever. Yeah. Holy cow, struggled through that word. Yeah, I think McDuffie is probably Brett Veach's best draft pick ever. He was, part of, in my opinion, the best cornerback duo in the league. I think the more and more wide receivers continue to not have success against the Chiefs, the more and more it's apparent that, saying they're the best cornerback duo is valid. Right. I think people, just because of how the Chiefs' defense has been historically, don't want to admit that, I think they're obviously top 5. I think they're an argument away from top 3, and I think they're in a serious contention for top 2.
That's fair.
And I think that's fair to say.
It's crazy. When Miami's corners finally get healthy, they'll have a very good cornerback duo as well.
Sure.
Jalen Ramsey, Xavier Howard will be very good.
Yeah, Jalen Ramsey, very good.
Well, still gets cooked by Travis Kelce. Last year he did.
So, I think something that Miami did very well is they had a game plan, which was do not let literally anybody else but Travis Kelce beat us.
Yeah.
And then the
In
Chiefs
years
showed,
past, that hasn't worked. This year, it has worked.
but
Some
it didn't
teams
this
have done
time.
it well. Yeah, that's true.
Jet McKinnon got a touchdown. Rashee Rice also got a touchdown, right?
Yeah, but 14 points. A lot of people, you used to say, hell, if you hold the Chiefs 14, you're going to win. Not anymore.
Not anymore. Chiefs defense is good enough.
Not anymore.
Chiefs also, a couple unlucky plays away from, scoring more. That MVS catch comes to mind that he didn't catch.
I don't know, man.
Couple penalties.
I think we're at that point where we can't just say, I believe any wide receiver could have scored from that screen pass. From that Rashee Rice one? I don't know, man. He cooked pretty good.
He's
he barreled over some guys.
The Yakster.
At this point, I'm about done with the coulda, shoulda, wouldas on wide receivers dropping balls. Where I say, well, we could have scored if this wide receiver didn't drop the ball. At this point, as Chiefs fans, I think you have to almost assume that the wide receiver is going to drop the ball. I think you should say, well, I'm glad we scored because that guy didn't drop that ball for once.
I don't. The last time I'm going to say this ever, we should have spent a premium draft pick on a new wide receiver to really short up because
that isn't going to be the last time you say that.
I mean.
We're going to talk about it later in the episode.
Oh, fuck. I meant today.
You literally.
But I think that's going to become more of a problem when next year, when the Chiefs defense is no longer young because they have to pay Willie Gay now. Or let him walk.
Middle linebackers aren't that expensive. They're just not.
But it's just not going to be a rookie deal anymore, though.
That's fine.
I'm just saying, it's going to get harder. It's going to get harder. You should have gone. I think this is the last really huge window.
3 years, 24 mil.
I think you're always going to have a window for the Super Bowl with Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. But I think that this is the last obvious one. Like, when the Chiefs are better than everyone in their division, clearly, road to the playoffs, best team in the AFC.
I think the window's still open, man.
I'm just getting a little worried. But yes.
Yeah, do we wish we had an all-time elite best team? Yes. But I don't think any team this year is an all-time elite best team.
No, nobody is super amazing right now. And I think also we're still going throughout the season going to find out who is actually the really good teams. I still don't think we know. I think we have our top 2 in the AFC and our top 1 in the NFC. But other than that, and we're not even sure we have our top 2 in the AFC anymore. So right now, I think everyone can say the best team in the AFC right now is the Chiefs. And everyone can say right now the best team in the NFC.
People have questions about the AFC.
And people have, but what everyone's wondering in the NFC is who's the second best team. Because the Niners had a bye week this week, but they've lost 3 in a row.
The Lions got throttled by the Ravens.
The Lions got throttled, and the Eagles are the only one really convincing. But they've struggled with the Commanders, and they had a really close game against the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So,
no team has looked very good. That's the one benefit to this year is that everybody's saying, well, the Chiefs don't look as good. They look like they still need to figure it out. Yeah, it kind of looks like everybody kind of needs to figure it out. And for everybody, it's like, well, the Ravens have looked very good on offense the last couple weeks. Yeah, against bad teams. Thing is, the Ravens have the same problems the Chiefs do. Bad receivers. They also don't have elite wide receivers.
Yeah.
Zay Flowers has looked better than any probably Chiefs wide receiver. Although I would say Zay Flowers and Rashee Rice have had very similar kind of impacts on this team. I think
Zay Flowers, obviously better than Rashee Rice right now.
Yeah, I would say obvious is a stretch. He's better, but to say obviously better implies that he's miles ahead. He's
not miles ahead.
He's ahead, but he's not.
Yeah, but ahead for sure.
Yeah, but we come out of this bye week, a little bit of practice, a little bit of something.
I do think this bye week came at a really good time.
It did come at a really good time for the Chiefs. Yes, absolutely. Late season bye week's always better.
After window closes, Brett Veach said, "Hey, we're believing in all you wide receivers. They got a bye week to, clear their head and sort it."
You know what's kind of funny though with the Chiefs wide receivers? Every time any of them catch a single pass, it looks like they've caught a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that Sky Moore reaction of the 24-yard pass.
Yes. MVS always goes crazy. The only person that just gets up and goes is Justin Watson. Almost said Christian Watson. I really wanted to. But the only time I saw him when he did the on his head celebration, and he did catch that on that guy's head, so that was pretty crazy.
Justin Watson, silent assassin, man. Just your normal white guy in the NFL wide receiver, you know. I haven't really. Have we had like a high energy white guy wide receiver in a while?
He's not high energy.
No,
he's not Cole Beasley or Westbrook.
No, I know. I was like, who is the last white guy wide receiver that we've had that not the Chiefs have had, that the NFL has seen, that have just been like super hype all the time? Because like, you know, Cooper Kupp, generally a lower key guy.
Oh, Julian Edelman.
Edelman, that's a good one. Yeah.
Trent Irwin. Shut up.
Man, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, nobody cares about the Bengals white guy.
Was that the Bengals white guy?
Yeah, that's who that is. He's not high energy.
Isn't Greg Dortch white?
You think Greg? No.
Oh no, I'm thinking of
Greg Dolchik.
Isabella. I'm thinking of Isabella for Andy Isabella for the Cardinals was a white guy.
I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not too many white guy wide receivers.
Pierce?
I don't even know who that is.
I don't think so. But all right, bang. All right, come on.
Telling you guys, Bengals 14-3, becoming more of a reality every fucking week.
I don't think so, man.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna drop another game or two in the division.
Oh, absolutely. That division's the hardest division of football.
I don't think the Bengals are gonna win the division.
The AFC North is once again the hardest division in football, which is crazy.
The Bengals are still, what, 2 games behind in the AFC North?
Yes.
Or they're at least a game and a half behind.
No, they're 2 games behind. Bengals have already had their bye week. They're 5-3. The Ravens are 7-2.
Yeah, so they're a game and a half behind.
Yeah, sorry. I guess
so they'll be 1 game behind after the Ravens bye week. Ravens might have a late bye week. But is that all you had?
I was a little nervous going into that game, but we took care of business, which is crazy because we haven't been doing that a lot lately. So it's nice to see like a return to form, if you will.
I think the Bills are confirmed frauds. It's one of those where, like, you guys beat the Niners, and I think everybody went, all right, well, the Niners are frauds, and which is fair.
Yeah.
The Niners looked bad the last 2 games, and then they looked bad in that game. And you guys beat the Bills, and we're all like, the Bills are 5-4 now. Bills are kind of frauds also. So it's tough.
We're just out here exposing all the fraud teams.
Yes. There's a hot take that's coming later on about another team where if you beat this team, you're a good team, but you're not great.
Yeah.
Like the Bengals, it's like if you lose to the Bengals, you're not great. You're firmly in B tier of the NFL. The Bengals are A tier. They have probably returned to being in the lower echelon of A tier, but they're certainly not in the S tier anymore. Does Adam Thielen get hyped? I feel like he did in Minnesota before he was a million years old. Man, that is a good question. You know what? Maybe Adam Thielen.
Yeah.
But again, I think he was being hyped at the same time that Julian Edelman was being hyped. And I think Julian Edelman was just kind of a menace also, and that helps. So, okay.
Ever since that.
I do have non-Bengals related comments. You were talking about the Dolphins being like the most exposed frauds of all time. Do you know the last time the Dolphins had a W over a team with a winning record?
Yeah.
In like 406 days, I think.
It's September 25th, 2022.
Yeah, and people were contending, but they beat the Lions last year, and they ended up with a winning record.
Since September 25th, 2022.
And I only remember that stat because it's
407 days ago.
Yeah. It's
Nice.
my birthday.
I wish I could remember something real.
Yeah.
The point of that is that at the time the teams meet, if they have a winning record, and the Dolphins win, because someone's like, they beat the Dolphins. They beat the Lions last year, and the Lions went 9-8. No, it's at the time they played.
Yeah. Right.
Which is just insane, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ring, 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 ring. Hello, fraud department. I'd like to file a claim.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Yep.
But yeah, that's a Bengals. Like I said, against Texans should be a good game.
That'll be a shockingly
Measuring stick game.
If you guys beat the Texans by 14, if you beat them by 2 scores, I'll be like, okay. Is it in Houston? Do you know?
Man, I'm not that good.
When do the Texans play the Bengals?
I am more confident going into the Texans.
It is in Cincy, which I think you guys got to win by 14 then for me to be like, all right.
Did we beat the Bengals? We beat the Bills there, didn't we?
No, it was also in Cincy.
Okay, well, never mind. But yeah, I am more confident in this Texans game than I was the Bills game, and I was fairly confident in the Bills game. So.
You should be more confident in the Texans game than the Bills game. Although I will say you shouldn't be that much more confident in it because the Texans are on the rise and the Bills are falling apart. They're both not playoff teams.
This is true.
Just crazy.
I don't know if the Bills are not a playoff team, Truman.
They're not right now.
I still think they're going to win that division.
Yeah, I don't think 4 AFC North teams are going to make it in the division. Are going to make it in the playoffs. All 4 of them are qualified.
No, Kenny Pickett. Here's a stat for you. Did you know that Kenny?
Spoiler alert for a little later. Sorry.
Is this a?
This was an overreaction.
Are you predicting my? Are you predicting my tweet?
No, this was an overreaction.
Oh, Kenny Pickett. Sorry, excuse me. C.J. Stroud already has more touchdowns thrown than Kenny Pickett
That's crazy. That is crazy.
over his career.
Huh.
He's 9 games into his career. I think 8 because I think the Texans have had a bye week. 8 games into his career, he already has more touchdowns thrown than Kenny Pickett.
Damn. Fair enough.
I don't think the Steelers are going anywhere anymore.
No.
Fair enough.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Vincent.
Yeah. Who's our man? I'm a great fan. Who's our 4th fucking person in our division? It's us, Bills, Ravens, and who?
No, not the Bills.
Not Bills.
No. Ravens, Steelers,
Browns, Bengals.
Browns,
Okay.
Bengals. Sorry, I was like, wow. I was like,
The Steelers was the wild card there then apparently because I knew Browns for some reason as well.
Well, because they're same color as the Bengals.
This is true.
Very similar. They're both in Ohio.
Who's the Bengals'
I
biggest
did flop from Browns to Bengals when we were on our journey to get here. So
That's also fair. What were you gonna say, Owen?
I was like, who's the Bengals' biggest rivals? Probably Ravens, right?
The Bengals' biggest.
The Bengals
rival?
have been bad for so long, though. Do they have any
Bills
main
and Chiefs
rivals?
are like
Well, yeah. Right now it's the Chiefs. That's the biggest rival.
Right, but everyone has an in-division rival that's their biggest rival.
Yeah.
Like everyone knows.
Although we say this too, and we have different answers. You think it's the Broncos?
No, well, that's the team I hate the most. The Raiders are our biggest rival.
yeah, that's the obvious.
I don't think. I think I hate the Broncos more.
Yeah, but the rivalry between the teams is definitely stronger.
Yeah,
with
we
the
as
Raiders.
fans don't like the Broncos because we know Broncos.
Something that was
fans.
fun when I was a Raiders fan is that me and my dad we could like handshake.
Bengals Browns. I don't know.
Bengals Browns.
Home run, Chase, where you at?
Browns kind of hate the
Weigh in.
Steelers because they had that whole. Or no, the Bengals and the Steelers hate each other because they had the Vontez Burfitt.
Yeah, but
Antonio
I'll sneak you in
Brown's
this little tidbit, Truman. I'll sneak you in this little tidbit. I think I said this last time this question was asked. Who do the Chiefs hate most in the division? All of them. I fucking hate all of our division opponents. I want them all to lose every game.
I think it's, and I think we've talked about this too. I don't care as much about the Raiders because the Raiders have been so bad for so long.
Yeah, but I still want them to go 0-17, and
I just don't care about them that much.
I want them to lose their franchise. Like,
I want them to lose their franchise.
They've already moved.
yeah, no, I
Oakland,
want them.
they've already left
I
Oakland.
want them to dissolve. I want the Portland somebody else's. I hate all of our division teams. If they all dissolve, then we got 3 expansion teams. Then I want those teams to dissolve as well.
We've been saying it. The worst NFL team should have to face the best XFL team, and if they lose, they get fucking booted.
I'm with you. Can you imagine Justin Jefferson getting relegated to the fucking XFL? He would go for 3,000 yards, and they only play an 8-game season.
Justin Jefferson cooking Josh Butler.
Dude, that would be incredible. That'd be an
Cleveland and
all-timer.
Cincy makes sense. Battle of Ohio.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
cool.
also where I kind of fell on it, thinking about it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
All right.
All right, well, yeah, that's it. That's our Bengals bite. Fucking 14-3, baby.
Thank you, Bengals.
Okay.
Thank you, Bengals.
What's next, Truman?
Calling Sawyer. Call Sawyer.
Switch the slide.
I don't have a Sawyer slide. I should have a Sawyer slide.
The
but I
triple
don't.
S.
Also, no one's gonna be heartbroken if I take these, right?
Yeah, no, that's all you, buddy.
Dave here.
What's up? How are you?
What's up? Good. I just got home.
Softball?
No class.
Oh, that's right. That's right. What's up with Taylor Swift?
She wasn't at the game.
Kind of cringe.
Saturday for
She was
me.
in New York with Brittany.
Will you let me do my thing?
Oh, sorry. Okay.
She was in New York with Brittany. So Saturday night, her and a couple other of the wags, I looked at them and I literally have already forgotten who it was. They were in New York City with Taylor and Selena Gomez and Gigi Hadid and Sophie Turner. just like a girls' dinner. And they left hand in hand, thick as thieves. They looked like they were talking the juiciest shit you've ever talked with your gal pals, okay?
Yeah, me and Owen do that sometimes.
Yeah, I know you do.
Interesting. Okay. So they're deep in friendship. She's right in the wag culture.
She's riding the wag culture. She wants to be friends with the wags.
That's fair. That's fair. She is prime wag right now.
She is a wag, yeah.
She's head wag right now, honestly. Probably head.
She is
head wait. Yes, head wag in charge, yes. All right. When does the international tour? Did it start this week?
I believe so.
Because I know there's a lot of talk about Travis is probably going on the international tour with her.
I did see that because they have a bye week this week, right?
Yes, they are off for the next 2 weeks. They don't play until 2 weeks from today, actually.
Let's see.
They play on Monday night.
Eras Tour. We're gonna click it. It is November. That's the American. I don't care about the Americans. Sometimes I do.
I think it's in like Brazil.
I think you're right. I'm pulling it up.
That makes sense. Like Sao Paulo to launch.
My phone is not cooperating with me because why would it? This is all showing the American. I don't want to see the American. I want to see all of it. Okay.
All right, I'm on StubHub right now. Taylor Swift is in Buenos Aires. Oh, that makes sense.
Buenos Aires.
Thank you, Owen. Whatever Owen said, Thursday and Friday. So she goes to Rio.
Owen speak Spanish?
Yes, Owen got a minor in Spanish.
That's what I thought.
She's in Rio de Janeiro the next 3 days.
The cheerleaders were also in Germany.
What?
The cheerleaders, well, some of them, because a girl we went to high school with is
Yes.
on the Chiefs, and she just posted on Facebook pictures from Germany.
Well, the A squad goes, and she's been on the squad for a while.
She's a year 5 veteran, I think.
Yeah, she's deep in it at this point. Yeah, so I think Trav will probably go to Argentina this week, Thursday, Friday, but he won't be there for Rio de Janeiro Friday, Saturday, Sunday of the next week. Or he better not be, considering he plays Monday night against the Eagles.
People are trying to blame the loss to the Broncos on Travis, like, being at the World Series. They were like, he exhausted himself.
Trav and Pat were there, and Pat got sick.
Yeah.
And they were there on Friday night, and they had to go and turn around and fly to Denver. I'm not blaming the loss on that, but I'm not going to sit here and say that it helped in anything.
No, although the posts the next day were cracking me up of like, yeah, no one beats the Broncos 17 times in a row.
Yeah. I would say if it's one of those things where if they win, then all of that behavior gets excused. But when you stop winning, then people start to question those things.
Yes. Also, there have been many videos released of once at the World Series game and then once at an after party for the World Series game where they were playing Taylor Swift and Travis was just like jamming.
Yes.
And that is prime golden retriever, just supportive boyfriend behavior.
He is prime golden retriever energy for sure.
Absolutely.
All right. Is that about it for the Taylor Swift updates?
That's about it. That's all I can think of. Sorry, I've had a very busy day. I went straight from work to class, and I just got home. So
yeah. Well, you should eat some food. Go hang out. It's also harder when Taylor Swift isn't at the game. There's a lot less to talk about.
There is. I mean, she gave us some good stuff this week. Like, she was like, I'm not going to the game, but here's a little treat.
Oh, with her being in New York?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With other wags.
Yep.
But I do like it, though, because I think it's putting Britney in a better light. Like, people, like, they're not pitting them against each other, which I think originally people were trying to shift that narrative of, like, oh, Britney hates this and Britney blah, blah, blah. Like,
yeah.
People paint Britney in a really awful light a lot.
I think
That's
it's
fair.
I think it's literally just because of that one video where she was yelling really loud for Patrick on his first MVP season.
Yeah.
That one video, like of her, like she's so annoying, brother. That's just a normal person cheering for their boyfriend at a game, bro. That's
Well,
what people do.
Literally,
It was that whole campaign was essentially a Barstool Sports hit piece. It was
It's so weird.
The champagne pouring, where like literally we knew people who were like in that section. And they were like, no, everyone is yelling for her to like spray the champagne. Like everyone was like on board and like literally.
Of course.
Yeah, I think it was Barstool, or they took it and they ran with it. And they were like, Pretty Mahomes spraying champagne on the fans. And then everyone's like, what if there were kids there? What if people didn't want to be cold and wet? And it was like, you weren't there.
yeah. Everybody was hyped. Everybody wanted that to happen. Yeah, just crazy. But yeah,
The Chiefs also posted on TikTok of the when they were doing the national anthem in Germany, which also I didn't know we did that abroad. I did not know that was an abroad thing.
you do both, so it's the same for like hockey. Hockey plays both the American and Canadian national anthems in every game, pretty much.
Yeah, and the Chiefs did the home of the Chiefs, and everyone in the comments was like, "Does this happen every game?" I was like, "Yes."
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, in Texas, I've learned that before meetings, because we've been doing catering this week or the past couple weeks, and I have learned that every meeting in Texas, they start with a prayer, the Pledge of Allegiance, and then the Texas State Pledge of Allegiance.
Ooh, that's
And I
different.
was like, I'm pretty sure I haven't heard the Pledge of Allegiance since elementary school. Also, a state Pledge of Allegiance that grown adults are doing. Grow up.
Yeah, I've only heard the Pledge of Allegiance because they do it at the K-State game. They do it at every K-State game.
The ceremony of allegiance.
Yes, we do the ceremony of allegiance.
You guys do the Pledge of Allegiance?
Well, so while
Kind
we're
of.
playing, like, they don't encourage everybody to do it, but like the announcer.
Yes, they do. They say place your hand over your heart.
The announcer reads. No, the announcer like reads. Well, he's like, I don't think he says place your hand over
he
your
does.
heart. Not for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah, he does.
I don't think so.
I'm telling you, bro.
I don't know. But he reads like the preamble to the Constitution, I believe, because he definitely reads "We the people of the United States" in order to form more perfect. He like reads that whole thing, and then he reads the Pledge of Allegiance. No, that's the preamble to. I thought that's the preamble to the Constitution.
Yeah.
That's we the people. That's the preamble.
Right. He reads the preamble, and then he reads the Pledge of Allegiance. Right.
No,
after.
he does not read the preamble.
Yes, he does.
Interesting. My college did not.
Oh,
do that.
yes,
We
he
did
does.
have a
Just
prayer,
kidding. You're
but
right.
We
My
weren't
bad.
a Christian college, so.
Well, but K-State doesn't do a prayer before a game.
No, because they're not a religious affiliated university.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
In Texas, apparently everything's just religious affiliated.
Well, that's fair.
And you know what? To each their own.
Yep.
Do you remember in elementary school when we had to learn that song about the preamble? We the people of the United States. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
In order to form a more
Perfect union. Yeah.
Establish justice and ensure domestic tranquility.
Yeah, Owen's got the song over there too. Yeah, we've got it.
Provide for the common
I'm glad we all learned
defense.
that.
Yeah,
Support.
I think you're singing Schoolhouse Rock. We didn't learn like Schoolhouse
we
Rock.
learned that song for like a
didn't?
performance.
Yeah, like we had to perform that in like music class. Like
Yes.
I think of the WWE.
when you hear "We the People," I think of WWE. That's funny. Okay, all right. Okay, I'll let you go. You should eat some din din.
Din?
What's for girl dinner?
I don't know. It might just be snacks I find in the house. I
Hey.
might eat like a gremlin tonight.
Hey, that's classic girl dinner right there.
Girl
all right.
dinner. Girl dinner.
A string cheese or two.
Ooh, sushi.
I'm
Interesting.
out of grapes, so that sucks. But I've got some fruit snacks left over from Halloween because I made gift bags for our neighbors' kids.
Nice.
Because we weren't going to be home for trick or treating, so I made like treat bags with like little trinkets and some fruit snacks and some chips and.
Classic. My neighbors gave me and Tina those too.
Yeah, well, we live. Yeah.
just kidding.
Well, we live on a dead end and no one comes down our street. So I was like, I'm just gonna give treat bags to the only kids I know on the street, which are my direct neighbors, and we're gonna call it a day.
That's fair.
But yeah,
All right.
I think I also have some goldfish. Might snack on those.
Okay. All right. Well, fair enough. Have fun.
Thank you.
Well-
I'm very excited for my girl dinner.
We'll talk to you.
I want some Annie's Boom Chicka Pop kettle corn, best flavor. That
Nice.
will probably be a main staple in my girl dinner.
Fair enough. Well, maybe we'll talk to you next week. Maybe not. We'll see.
Okay.
It's
there may not be a whole lot going on next week.
yeah. Well, we're on the bye week. We're doing the hot take specials, so maybe you give us a hot take, a Taylor Swift hot take, Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce hot take.
Ooh, okay. I like it.
Cook one up. Let us know. All right.
All right.
I'll see you. We'll see you next week.
Okay, bye. Love you.
All right. Bye. Love you. Bye. All right. There you go. There's a Taylor Swift minute. Yes, Chase. It should say like the Taylor Swift check-in, but I haven't created that slide, and I don't know why. I need to create it. All right, Owen. It's time for your favorite segment. Where you finally, what were you scrolling on Twitter?
Checking
on the cats?
No, I was looking at Reddit.
What were you reading about on Reddit?
r/what is this snake? Also, to clarify what I said on Grubbuds, the subreddit for the deadly one is "Oops, that's deadly."
Oops, that's deadly. That's funny. K-State keeping it close. K-State only down 3 against USC.
Oh, that's the first real game of the year.
Yes.
Oh shit, that sucks that we can't watch it.
Yeah, it does suck. But on the bright side, it started at fucking 9, so we're gonna have time to watch it here.
Oh, cool.
After we do this, I say that now as I get ready. Okay, so overreaction with the Overreactor. Again, we post this on Twitter, Snapchat, texting. You guys can give it to us any way you want to give it to us.
Also, Truman, real quick aside about college basketball. KU fans are already saying this is the worst Bill Self team that he's ever had already.
Did they lose?
No, of course not.
Did they play him close?
He's saying, yeah. He's like, Bill's got his hands full with this team.
Yeah, they always say that. I don't care till I start seeing them lose division games. That's all I give a shit
exactly.
about.
So they're going to get a number 1 or 2 seed in the tournament.
Well, they fucking beat UL Monroe by 43.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Yeah.
What's the point? All right. Okay. All right. Well, that was stupid. All right. Okay. Here we go. Overreaction with the Owerreactor. Owen, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
First one comes from Ian. He said, "What's wrong with Pat?" Is that an overreaction?
His wide receivers are bad. Next question.
Is that an overreaction?
He's definitely having his worst year.
He is having his. Well, no. 2021 was still worse than this.
Really?
Yes.
Chase says, just remember, Owen, all my takes are very level and down to earth. So I don't think they are. But his wide receiving core is worse. He doesn't have a number 1 wide receiver. So that's it.
Okay.
So one will emerge.
Another one from Ian. Baltimore should be the Super Bowl favorites.
Hell no.
Ooh, that is a hot
Overreaction, man.
Hot take.
Overreaction.
I need to see Baltimore play some more legitimate teams.
I need them to play the Browns again, and if they lose, I never want to hear about them again. They've already lost to the Browns once.
The Bengals played the Seahawks, and then the Baltimore beat the Seahawks. They all look bad. It's the same way I feel about the Bengals. And it's the same way I felt about we've always felt about the Chiefs in years past, where it's like, I don't know who they have to beat for me to feel good about them, but they haven't done it yet.
Yeah, but it's not who they've played so far.
Right.
Because the Dolphins' defense is also bad.
Ravens play the Browns this week. That'll be a very interesting test.
Yeah, they'll lose. Again. It'll be funny.
The Ravens will lose to the Browns?
Yes, again.
Have they already lost to the Browns?
Yes.
See, if the Ravens lose to the Browns, this is what I will say. If the Ravens lose to the Browns and the Texans beat the Bengals, then the Chiefs, the Arrowhead Invitational we are steamrolling to it. We are full on. No one's competing with us. There should be no questions. The Chiefs will be back to being like plus 300 favorites to win the Super Bowl instead of plus 600.
Yep.
Okay. Eagles are still the best NFC team. That's not a hot
Yes,
take.
we are Jags haters. The Jags scored 9 points against the Chiefs.
Yes. No, the Jags aren't very good. We had somebody on TikTok. We posted something similar on TikTok where they're like, "Crazy, you're not talking about the Jags getting better."
I'm just not.
I don't think the Jags did get better.
They're good, sure, but they're not a top 5 team, and I'm not ready to call them that.
Right. Eagles are still the best NFC team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not close. Sure. I still think that they're not, as good as the best NFC team has been over the last 5 years. They're not like they're good, and they're the clear favorite right now.
Yeah.
But they also have their obvious shortcomings, just like every other team in the NFL does right now.
That is true.
So,
K-State missed the front end of a 1-on-1. Meow. That was a weird airy meow from the cat.
Well, the cat's peeing right there, dude.
Is she really?
Yep.
What? Oh, what the fuck? Oh, shit. Fuck. Will you pick up that bag?
What are you doing, cat?
She is confused.
Cat, what are you doing?
What the fuck? All right, hey, keep going. Keep talking. Jesus Christ! What the fuck?
What the hell, cat?
Hey, what the hell? Okay.
Cat, you have dementia.
Sorry guys. Cat peed on the floor.
Yeah, sorry, I was totally dumbfounded by that.
Totally random. What the fuck? Okay. All right.
Couldn't make it all the way there, huh?
There's a question we gotta. Yeah.
Truman's cat has dementia?
Definitely need to clean the litter box. I guess.
I guess, yeah.
As a sign.
Wow, we're totally caught off track by that.
Yeah, sorry.
What was the question?
This one comes from Ian again. He says Mizzou is a top team regardless of losing to Georgia.
How bad was the loss? I didn't see it.
Top 10 team, they said. They lost by 9. They were close.
Was
it
it
came
score?
down. They stopped Georgia, and then the refs blew a kind of bullshit penalty that let Georgia get close enough to put a field goal up to go up by 9, and then Mizzou threw an interception.
Was the score closer? Was the game closer than the score shows, or farther away?
Closer than the 9 point.
Okay, yeah, sure. They can be a top 10 team. They've been really good this year.
Yeah, they've been solid. They're top. They deserve to be ranked. They shouldn't drop very far. They were number 12. I think they should drop to like
15 or so.
Maybe 20. They shouldn't drop outside the top 20.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Okay. Bills got to be the most unfortunate franchise. That comes from Ian.
Unfortunate?
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. People say that about the Bills where they're like, Bills, so unlucky.
Maybe the cat's scared of the thingy that's in the way of her path, maybe.
She goes around it all the time. I don't know. I think she's just probably protesting because I was out of town, so I didn't do the litter box on Saturday, so I got to do it tonight. She said,
right in front of you. She saw you pee on the.
I know that is that is pretty fucking disrespectful. I will say. Yeah, thank you. All right. Joe said Tyreek Hill is. Sorry.
Cole just chimed in with. I think there's a more unfortunate franchise.
See, that's what I was gonna say. So the Bills, you guys talk about the Bills and the Vikings being unfortunate franchises, and that is true. The Bengals have been around just as long and have only gone to like one Super Bowl. And we talk about also like the Lions, where the Lions have been to like one Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Would you have rather gone to 4 Super Bowls and lost every time, or would you have rather gone to one Super Bowl ever? I don't know, man. That's hard. That's a tough question.
They've gone to 3.
Oh, 3. Sorry. 3 Super Bowls for the Bengals. I think, again, Detroit has been to like 1.
Yeah,
right?
I think it's Detroit.
That.
Barry Sanders, like, did he like not win a playoff game or something like that?
Yeah.
Something crazy like that? Or was it? It was definitely no Super Bowl.
Well, it's like he retired early. Megatron retired early. They all retire early. It's crazy.
They had the most recent winless season.
They do. Yeah. So I don't know, man. Bill's most unfortunate? I don't think so.
I think it's a little bit of an overreaction.
The Jets have won a Super Bowl, so it doesn't matter.
I think 2, right?
No, just the one.
Didn't Namath go back to back?
No, Namath only won the one. This one comes from Joe. Booty boy booty. Says Tyreek Hill is the MVP for the Chiefs in the Germany game.
Oh, that's an overreaction, but that is funny.
It is funny. This one comes from Owen. He says we have to be patient with offense since clearly the wide receiver room is good enough, and we definitely didn't need to go get another wide receiver. Correct, Owen.
Yes, that's not an overreaction. The Chiefs wide receiver core is not very good, but we do need to be patient with them.
I think they are going to be fine. I think they're going to be good enough. I think they need to get better.
True,
obviously. But I think they're going to be. I think Rashee Rice. I think you see him take a bigger step in the second half of this season. I think you hopefully see MVS finally step up in his veteran presence role.
I think Justin Watson's doing his veteran presence job very well.
I think Justin Watson becomes a bigger part of this team. I think we stop having those guys be the 4th and 5th wide receivers and just start to lean into those guys.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if teams playing the Chiefs take the Dolphin strategy of just completely eliminate Travis Kelce, because the Chiefs figured that out and that's how they scored the points. It's just gave it to other players.
Yes, we'll see. This next one comes from Brett Sanford. It says Chiefs shouldn't sign Chris Jones and should focus on signing L'Jarius Sneed and Willie Gay instead.
I think we should still give Chris Jones another contract.
I think we should. I think we
at least
can
try.
Do it all, but I think
They need to at least try. Chris Jones is a top 3 player on the team.
Yeah, I think if you don't sign Chris Jones, then you're signing a wideout. And I don't think I'm not sure there's a wide receiver that makes enough sense to go get that you don't sign Chris Jones. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Would you have been more worried if you hadn't won last year's Super Bowl about this offense, or
Ooh, that's a good question.
are we complacent? Is that the question, really?
Maybe we're saying, oh, because we'll figure it out because we won last year.
Maybe.
I'm suspicious of you, Cat.
I'm suspicious he's going to do something dumb again. But I don't know if we're more complacent right now, honestly. But we are. I don't know, man. I'm not complacent. I think we still hold the Chiefs to. I think we almost hold them to a higher standard. But it's maybe we don't feel. Okay, so here's the thing: is maybe we don't feel as upset about this team because we've won the Super Bowl. And the reason I say that is because we know that this team is still absolutely capable of winning Super Bowl because they still have the time to figure it out. Because they didn't do anything to jeopardize their playoff seeding. They haven't done anything to jeopardize the division loss. They've still looked bad, and they're still 7-2 and taking care of plenty of business, where they're still in prime position for playoff seeding and prime position to make a playoff run, especially when they figure it out. So yes, I feel better about this team because they've been to that Super Bowl, but no, it's not because I am complacent that they're not going to win the Super Bowl. It's just that I know that they can figure it out and that they've got the time to figure it out.
Yeah, true. Chargers look like they're going to win, by the way, 20-6.
Nice. Bills are going to miss the playoffs. That comes from Chase.
I don't think. They have an easy win. Well, I guess we thought it was an easy win against the Patriots, but I don't know, man. They have a top 5 quarterback and a top 5 wide receiver. I'm not ready to say they're missing the playoffs.
Here's the reason. I'm going to take there's another one from Chase here. He says the AFC North is sending all 4 teams to the postseason. That's just not true. That's not going to happen.
I don't think the Steelers are going to make it, man.
And for the record, people are like, has that ever happened before? No, that's a simple answer is no, because there's never been, this is the most playoff teams there's ever been on either conference. There's never been 7 before these last 2 years. So no, it's never happened before that all the teams went to the division, because it's literally hasn't been possible until the last 3 years, and it hasn't happened yet. But will it happen some year? Yes. Do I think it's this year? No. I think the Steelers probably aren't going to go, or the Browns aren't going to go. One of those 2 teams isn't going to go. There are at least 2 teams, and I think there's probably 3 playoff teams in the AFC North. But I believe the other playoff team will still be the Buffalo Bills. They're going to be fine. Yes. Meow indeed. All right. Moving on. Do you agree? Do you concur?
No, yeah.
I kind of took that one.
No, you nailed it.
Josh Dobbs is a top 5 QB in the league in the clutch gene.
Yes, absolutely. Throwing touchdowns to the cat is definitely protesting you right now, Truman.
Yeah, I'm like getting nervous.
Getting suspicious.
Like any of this. All right, yeah, but just keep
off to your left shoulder now.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, right in front of you.
Yep, I see her.
Yep. So suspicious of your cat. Your cat is coming to apologize right now.
Yes, she is.
Sorry, say that again. I totally forgot the question. Your cat is
Josh Dobbs is top 5 quarterback in the league in the clutch.
Absolutely not an overreaction. Are you kidding me? Like, one day of practice, doesn't know anybody's names, throwing touchdowns to wide receivers whose names we don't even know.
Yep. Yeah, that he didn't even know. You see him going over the snap cadence on the fucking sideline.
Right. Crazy.
Yep. This next one comes from Chase. Says every team in the NFC are frauds besides the Eagles in Super Bowls. I would say
besides the Eagles in what?
Eagles and the Cowboys.
Oh,
sorry, I was reading the.
Kind of looks like it right now.
Yeah,
we still don't know who's going to be the best team in the NFC.
Yeah, I don't know if the Cowboys are number 2, but they certainly have a stake at this point. They should have beat the Eagles last night.
I saw
the Eagles shit the bed, and then the Dolphins or the Cowboys turned around and shit the bed right back against them.
Got close though.
They did. They should have beat them. Next one comes from Chase. He said the Dolphins aren't actually frauds. They're super duper frauds.
Is that what he said?
Yes.
They're super duper frauds.
Yes.
W take, Chase. Wonderful take. They are frauds. They don't perform well against big teams.
Yes. Next one comes from Chase. Says Tyreek Hill is exposed as being an MVP fraud.
Well, he was never going to win MVP, but yes.
Yes.
Like I said last week, Tyreek Hill still does not have hands.
Yep. Next one coming from Chase. We got a couple more from Chase.
Hell yeah, Chase.
Really do appreciate you, Chase. Appreciate everybody who sends in all these takes. We really do. We really do.
He said,
appreciate you
"Excellent
guys.
delivery, Truman."
Thank you. Chiefs offense will never figure it out, and that will cause an early playoff exit.
Ooh, spicy. I don't think that's an overreaction, man. I'm scared that that's true. I think you're wrong, but I'm scared that could be true.
I think the early playoff exit is where
doing,
it
Trent?
all falls apart. I think it's fine to say that, okay, well, the Chiefs haven't been playing good, so they're not going to.
Do not try to sit on that loaf of bread, cat.
She's trying to figure out how to get over to here to get on my lap. But you're not my favorite cat right now. She's going to figure out how to get on my lap otherwise. The hell is going on here? All right, onto the desk she goes. Okay, sorry.
She pees on your desk, dude.
No, she won't pee on my desk. That would be insane. We're going to have a problem. And you know we're going to have a problem. Okay, that's fine. You're just sitting down. Okay, sorry. We're all weirded out by the cat. Cat's in a weird mood. I don't know what's going on.
Cat peed on the floor, bro. Just
Yeah,
randomly. It's the first time in a long time.
Yeah, we haven't seen that in a long time. We were like, what the hell? Sorry. Chiefs offense won't figure it out and cause an early playoff exit. The issue where it falls apart for me is that the early playoff exit part is where it falls apart for me. I don't think the Chiefs I don't think they're built to lose to bad teams early in the playoffs anymore. I think they are still disciplined enough for that. I think Andy Reid will have their head on straight for that.
Yeah, in order for us to lose to a bad team, we have to have 5 turnovers.
Yeah, we have to do what we did against the Broncos.
Yeah, 3 turnovers in the opposing team's red zone, giving them 6 short fields.
Yes.
And then they score 20 points off of 6 short fields.
Right.
Like,
that's essentially, I believe, what would have to. Oh.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Sorry. Owen needed points from his kicker. The kicker is kicked.
And Bijan.
Bijan played yesterday?
I mean, Brees Hall, sorry.
But yeah, Owen needed points from his kicker, and kicker has kicked 2 extra points and then just made a 55-yarder and a 38-yarder. So it's pretty good. All right. So no, I don't think there will be an early playoff exit.
Oh man, I need just a couple more points. I need 3 more points.
You need 1 more field goal. That's funny.
Or Brees Hall to play a little bit more.
Another one from Trace says Raiders will win at least 1 game against the Chiefs with the new regime. No, I don't think so.
No, fuck no, man.
They also
still
have
have
a bye week. They had that. Every team gets that boost. The Chiefs fired their coach, promoted Romeo Crennel, and beat a 13-0 Green Bay Packers team.
Yeah, for their one of 2 wins in the season that season, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and that was also,
The Javon Belcher year.
That was also, I think that was the Javon Belcher game. I think that was right after that happened also. So I think sometimes teams can get a morale boost from firing bad coaches that were bad for their team environment. I knew where she wanted to go. For their team environment, and that's what happened here. So, no, I don't think the Raiders will win a game. Not this year, especially. They could certainly figure it out in the years
They have
upcoming.
the Giga janitor at quarterback. So,
Yes. Well, not anymore. They benched him for Aiden O'Connell. So
the Giga janitor's son.
Yes.
Who the hell is Aiden O'Connell?
He does look exactly like Derek Carr, which is odd.
Where the hell did Aiden O'Connell even go to school? I'd never even heard of this guy up until last week.
Yeah, also like at nowhere. I thought she was doing it again. I was like, dude, you're joking. Okay. His next take is that all the teams currently in the NFC playoff race will be the ones that will finish there. She's walking weird. I don't know. We're very interested by the cat. She's in a weird kind of mood.
Why is she going so slow up the stairs?
Yeah, that was odd. Okay. Your 7 teams in the NFC playoffs right now are Philadelphia Eagles, Detroit Lions, 49ers, Saints, Seahawks, Cowboys, Vikings.
Vikings are in the playoffs right now?
Yes, teams that are outside the playoffs are the Commanders, the Falcons, the Bucks, the Packers, and the Rams. Are all like 3 or 4
off
wins.
on the bubble.
So
like in the hunt.
every team that I said that is in the playoffs has 5 or more wins.
Mm-hmm.
The Commanders and the Falcons each have 4, and the Bucks and the Packers and the Rams each have 3. You know what? I'll take that. I don't think any of those teams
Are in jeopardy of losing that spot.
the Commanders interest me. They can make a run.
Yeah, the Packers are interesting, but they're bad. So I don't know, man. This season needs to get to week like 12 before we really have a playoff picture that I trust. I need 3 more games. It's crazy that sounds.
Yeah.
Is that fair? Is that fair, you think?
To say what?
In 3 more games, we'll really know like more stuff because the Chiefs go Eagles straight into Bills, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll know.
Well, no, maybe it's not straight into Bills. No. It's not straight into Bills. The Bills are in December. So it's sorry, let me pull it up. Oh, I'm floundering. I'm blowing it. Eagles, then Raiders, then Packers, then Chiefs, and then Bills. Sorry. Eagles, Raiders, Packers, then Bills. Then Patriots, then Raiders, then Bengals. Actually, the Chiefs, holy shit. After the Eagles, the Chiefs schedule gets super soft, besides the Bills and the Bengals.
Repeat it again?
Eagles,
Tough game.
at Raiders, at Packers.
Easy game.
Home against the Bills. Good place to have
Hard-ish game, yeah.
At the Patriots.
Easy.
Home against the
Should
Raiders.
be easy, excuse me. Another easy game.
Home against the Bengals.
Hard game.
At the Chargers.
To end the season at the Chargers?
Yep.
Arrowhead West, 2.
Yep. That's crazy. Honestly, yeah.
Also, I'll here real quick aside about the Chiefs Bengals. I got our tickets.
Okay.
And I had gotten a confirmation. So, hey, we sent your tickets, and I didn't get the tickets. I was like, what the fuck? So last night I called
Tickets for less.
The number. Like, oh yeah, just set up your Ticketmaster account. I said, Ticketmaster account? This is Tickets for Less. He's like, yeah, but they're through Ticketmaster. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I didn't know that. So I had them sent to my email, which didn't have an account associated. So over the last like 3 days, if someone would have made an account with my email, they would have got the tickets.
Yeah.
And so I went in and made my account, and of course, I immediately got the automated message. Truman's cats are rolling a ball on the floor. Yeah, but I immediately got the automated message, and then they're in my app, and they are now in my Apple Wallet safely.
Nice. Sweet. Proud. Happy.
Hooray.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough. All right.
We'll be watching from afar too, bro. We're in the upper deck.
Yes. Do I think the 7 teams currently in the NFC playoffs will be the team to advance? That's not an overreaction. I think that is appropriate.
Yeah.
Screw Tottenham, focus on Sporting Kansas City instead, Owen. The reason why that's an overreaction is the next playoff game for Sporting Kansas City isn't for another 3 weeks.
Is it really 3 weeks? What the fuck?
Yes, they play that game on, I believe it's like November 26th.
I forgot how long the MLS strings this crap out. It strings it out to like February.
Well, even weirder, the first 3 games of the season, or the first series, the first game of like 1 versus 9.
Yeah.
Or 1 versus 8 like it was for us. That was a 3-game series. Every other round from here on out is 1 game series. Is 1 game.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, it just makes it so the top seed doesn't get knocked off by a plucky team.
Yes. Unless they lose twice.
Lol.
That lucky team, Lamau. Fuck St. Louis.
By the way, I looked it up because obviously I don't really follow Sporting Kansas City that close, but they are, my local team, so I follow them a little bit.
Yeah.
We've been the best team in the MLS over the last 3 months. Nobody's gotten more points, wins, or goals.
Yeah.
So that's cool. And Chase said, no offense.
He said, I'll be watching from afar. He said, no offense, but I hope you leave sad. No, he said, no offense, like the Chiefs, which is funny. Said,
no offense.
That's funny.
That's actually pretty good, Chase.
All right. Another one from Jason.
Well, I hope you watch the game sad.
Chase said Sam Howell is the new Andy Dalton.
Absolutely. He's actually performing really well for the Commanders.
Yeah. That's
a great take.
Yeah, he's Andy Dalton in the way that he'll probably never win a Super Bowl, but
or in anything.
He
won't win the NFC East.
He'll be liked by the city enough. He'll be fine.
What if Truman? I'll counter Andy Dalton with the new Ryan Fitzpatrick. becomes a journeyman, goes and fills in at teams that need it.
I don't know if we can say there will be
Or
another.
is that what Gardner Minshew
At
is
this
right
point,
now?
Josh Dobbs on the way to being another.
He's been playing well. He's in his way to getting a starting job and then going 7-9.
Yeah, but he's like 5 teams over the last 3 years or something like that.
7-10, excuse me.
Yeah. C.J. Stroud has locked up Rookie of the Year. That comes from Chase.
Absolutely. Slam Dunkerino, it's C.J. Stroud.
And to finally get out of the Chase section. No, just kidding. He said, "Do you hear them growling? Because here they come prowling. Goodbye Arrowhead Invitational because it's inevitably going to be the Paycor premiere."
Okay, props for making a name. The Paycor premiere, that's solid.
He fell down the same rabbit hole that I always fall down, and that I always make something in alliteration. Because Arrowhead Invitational isn't an alliteration. It didn't have to be Paycor premiere. It could have just been Paycor AFC Championship game. But hats off to you for doing it. But I only laugh at it because I fall down that same fucking rabbit hole every single time.
Because alliterations are awesome. Sorry, that's not happening.
No.
But the Chiefs aren't losing in division games.
And I don't think the Bengals are going to win the division. I just think the Ravens are good enough to hold them off.
Yeah, I think
the Bengals still have to play the first place schedule in the AFC, and
because they've lost 2 divisional games already, right?
Yeah,
that's so tough for them to come back. You can't lose a single.
I think they lost 2 divisional.
Let's double check that.
I'm pretty sure they lost to the Browns and the Steelers.
Because now you can't lose another one. You can't drop a single other one. And last year the Bengals divisional games were really close, and they got the benefit.
Ravens and Browns. Oh fuck, you're double fucked then. So you've already lost to the Ravens. That sucks.
That's tough. Yeah. That's a tough mountain to climb. I don't think you can win the AFC with that because you can't win your division with that, unfortunately.
That's fair. All right. Moving forward, Josh said, "I was not a fan of the outcome of the Kansas State University Collegiate Gridiron football game."
Not an overreaction.
Yeah.
None of us were happy. I listened to the end of that right before going to my brother's state final game to watch him lose 2-1.
I overreacted.
Like, that was just an awful sports start to sports weekend for me.
I think I overreacted with the...
You slandered Will Howard pretty good.
I did slander Will Howard.
You were not happy with him.
I was. Nah, I won't even. Nah. But yeah,
you were decently intoxicated.
Yes, I was. I was drunk at Bedlam, to be fair, and I had the fucking last play described to me over the phone, and it sounded more like I thought Will Howard was being bad, and I thought he choked it away, but that play never had a chance. Okay. Moving on. When the Chiefs finally figure out how to play a football game for 60 minutes, they might be pretty decent. That comes from Jeffrey.
Not an overreaction.
A little bit. Yeah. Sporting Kansas City has a really good shot at the MLS Cup final. That comes from France.
After knocking out the toughest team in the competition, yes. It's like, when the 13 or 14 seed wins their game, all of their next games become much, much easier in comparison.
Sorry, there's a late minute addition from Chase about Will Howard. I missed it, maybe?
Don't you dare do it again, Kat.
If you do it again, we're going to freak out. Okay, you're just coming up to be nice.
I'm suspicious of you.
I do not see your Will Howard take. I do not have a Will Howard take from you, Chase. Sorry. Prior to Overreactions. I did not save it. It did not get saved. But, yeah, I don't know, man. You can still send it. We'll keep moving until...
Keep it pushing.
Maybe just, comment in the chat. Sporting Kansas City, has a really good shot at the MLS Cup.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
Knock off your 1 seed, and all of a sudden, every single game's easier than that. So
yeah, he said Rosario injury at the end of the game will be a huge blow if he can't play going forward, and will be what ends our season. That also comes from Frams. Both those came from Frams.
Yeah, from what I've seen, he's a really important player to the team. So
again, we're not Sporting Kansas City.
Don't even think about it, Kat. This chair is blocked off limits to piss babies.
All right. What a weird episode we're having. It's unfair to critique the wide receiver room when Brady would elevate guys like Chris Hogan, Danny Amendola, and Deion Branch and have them look like all pros. It's time to look at number 15. Comes from Noah.
I can respect that, but at the same time, the Patriots also had a good running game and a really good O-line to make it so that It was always man coverage, always. And I feel like defenses are better now. But I think that's a fair criticism, and Mahomes does need... Well, but also I think that's a little bit of an unfair criticism because they're still a top 10 offense. They're not terrible.
Right.
They're also just getting bad penalties, and penalties just seem to matter more with this core. So.
And also, Brady didn't make those guys all pros. He turned them into good enough to win football games, but also because he had top 10 defenses at the time. So we're kind of missing the forest for the trees a little bit there. Owen, if you sorry, hold on. Oh, yes. Sorry. Chase's Will Howard take was that Will Howard only has one read. He only reads one route, and then if it's not there, he scrambles. He's as blind as a bat, is what Chase said. I would say that. He's a rhythm thrower for sure. If you get tackle points, Brees Hall saved a touchdown at the 2 with a tackle. I don't think he does. But
Well, I hope they kick a field goal. That's 3 points, isn't it?
yeah, but they'll probably score anyways.
Please hold them for a field goal. If they get a field goal, I win.
So
If they get a field goal, Truman, I win by 0.12 points.
touchdown Eckler.
Fuck.
There you go.
Well, no, that means Brees Hall has an opportunity to get more points now.
Fair. I need you to react to this point.
Sorry.
Focus.
Sorry.
Focus.
My fantasy team is
Will Howard only makes one read. If he doesn't, he immediately scrambles. So
I don't
he's
think
blind as a bat.
that's not true, but he makes 2 or 3
I think he
reads.
does. I think he's not great at progressing through his reads. He's probably not an NFL quarterback.
No, definitely not.
Although fucking Brock Purdy's turning an NFL quarterback, so I don't know at this point.
He's a serviceable college quarterback for sure. He's been having a pretty good streak.
He is one of the college quarterbacks of all time for sure.
He's doing very well right now. He's having a fine season.
Yeah, he's playing fine. He's been better as of late. He
Yeah,
had a rough
absolutely.
start to the year. Texas didn't make the mistakes. The game wouldn't have been close.
That's
we got
true.
lucky, but also credit to the defense and Will.
Yeah,
Comes
so
from Adam.
Texas said, hey, here's this game. You can have it. And K-State said, no, you can have it. And then Texas said, no, you can have it. And they kept saying, no, you can have it. The amount of mistakes each team made is crazy.
Yep. It said we need to scheme up more easy completions for the wide receiver to get comfortable and get Mahomes in a rhythm. That comes from Adam also.
Yeah,
I think that's
wide receivers also just need to get more separation.
That's fairly straightforward. Yeah, the wide receivers need to get more separation. Whether that comes from scheme, you would hope that it comes from skill, but at this point, it's going to have to come from skill.
Yeah,
or from scheme.
absolutely.
He missed receivers that weren't even covered. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
That's what college quarterbacks do. To be fair.
yeah. Will Howard misses those guys. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. We're kind of.
It's also hard to throw to uncovered wide receivers when your O-line isn't doing a great job of blocking for you.
Yeah. Vanilla double stuffed Oreos are the best Oreos. That comes from Adam.
Just regular ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Best double stuffed Oreo for sure.
But no, the vanilla doubles. No, I mean like he thinks like vanilla. Like
There's a vanilla Oreo.
like the ones we got upstairs.
Just
The
golden
golden Oreos?
vanilla.
Yeah.
Golden Oreos. I'm not ready to crown them champ, but they're top 3.
Yeah, they're up there. The Bucks are the litmus test of the NFL. If you beat them, you are good.
True. But for whatever reason, I just want to go back to this. The orange Oreo, the Halloween Oreo is the best one. I can't explain why. It just is.
Yeah.
But yes, the Bucks are a really good litmus test. They do everything fine. So if you can beat them, you're good because they don't have any glaring weaknesses, but they also don't have any huge strengths.
Yep. I think that's actually absolutely fair. They're a scrappy bunch. They're a scrappy bunch till the end, and that's what Adam was saying is that they're
Absolutely.
They're going to give you a game. They're one of the football teams in the NFL right now.
They're definitely going to take a game off of somebody who isn't ready for them.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. They could still fight for that. Could be your team that sneaks in, like in that shitty NFC South. They could still go on and because who's in it right now? It's the Saints at like 5-4. I think there's 2 games back of them. I think they could absolutely still make a run. Which is it? Speaking of Owen, give me NFC South team of the week.
I'll give it to the Saints.
Fair. Man, I would have given it to the Bucks. I had the Bucks on the money line, and they scored with 24
close.
seconds left. Texans had no timeouts. Somehow the Bucks lost that game. Or maybe
Arthur Smith's mustache. Good shout.
Just crazy. Owen, who's the best team in the NFL after Week 9?
Yeah, it's still the Eagles for now.
Man, again, nobody's elite. I'm not ready to go back to saying it's the Chiefs. mostly because I can't. Because then we will start to lose again.
That's
and
true.
Also, my Felix and UDK Uzama jersey, ultimate curse.
Yeah. Just say Eagles so we can win easily in it.
Yeah, I'm still on the Eagles, but
Just say Eagles so we can win the bye week.
they don't look that great, honestly.
Just say the Eagles. Just say it.
I said the Eagles.
Okay.
The Eagles. Reviewing our week. Let's review our week 8 picks. Week 9 picks. Sorry. I went 8-5. I think I'll be at 9-5 after the end of this game. You went 7-6. I think you'll be 8-6.
That's my worst week ever.
The guest will probably go 9-4-1, and the group will go 9-4-1.
Shout out the group and the guest.
It's pretty good. No Steam versus Machine this week. I was out of town. Owen? Yeah, she's going to go use the litter box. That's the weirdest part is that I don't know what's going on. All right, Owen.
What a goober.
5-team parlay of the week.
All right, let's do some crafting, shall we? Okay, I need Breece Hall to get a catch for 10 yards, by the way, and then I win. That would be
still 2 points away.
Yes, it's 99.12 to 101.
What league is this in?
This is the hot dog league.
Oh, who cares? You're just trying not to wear that hot dog costume.
I'm not going to. Tyler's team is so much worse. I'm going to win one more game. I don't think Tyler will win another game. Let's make a 5-team parlay, shall we? NFL. Okay.
Also, fucking Rams sold on us, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, the Bills lost too, but the Rams sold, dude. I would have definitely cashed out the parlay.
Yeah.
But
that's frustrating.
Owen costing me money. That's true.
True. Man, this is another tough slate of games this week, man. I'm not gonna lie. This is hard to make a 5-team parlay out of this. I'll go Bears.
Okay.
Then I'll go. Wait, which team is on? So where's this?
I don't think I'm betting your parlay this week because you bet the Bears.
Then I'll go England game. I'll go Colts.
Over. No, this is Germany. Colts over Pats.
In Germany, yeah.
Who are the Bears over?
The Panthers.
That's the Thursday night game?
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna take that off.
We can flex games out of the Thursday night game now, right? Can't you?
I hope so, but never mind. I took off Panthers. I don't want to bet a Thursday night game this week because I don't feel like it.
Okay.
Then I will go Vikings over Saints because Dobbs is cooking.
Mm-hmm.
This cat is suspicious. Then I will go Steelers over Packers. Like, no, I'm not betting on the Steelers to ever win a game.
No, she's.
This cat's being weird.
I know what she's doing.
Then I'll go Buccaneers, I suppose, over the Titans. Then I will take the Jags over the Niners. Is Brock Purdy back? No, they're still on fraud watch.
But they're on bye. They're just coming off bye.
Mm-hmm. And then I will go. Where is this game at?
What game?
Browns versus Ravens. Is that home game for the Browns?
Does it not say it on the app? You're looking at it on the app.
No.
How does that not say it? Who's on the bottom?
Ravens.
Then the Ravens are the home team.
The bottom team is the home team? So this is Chargers at Jets?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I never knew that.
What? How long have you been an NFL fan?
Well, the Google does it backwards. Or the ESPN standings?
No.
Man, I don't know.
The only thing that does it backwards is Premier League football. Premier League soccer.
Oh, well, that's why. That's where I do most of my betting. Then
That's not true.
Then I will pick the Falcons over the Cardinals. Man, this slate of games is terrible. This is 5. Colts, Vikings, Bucks, Jags, Falcons.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not betting this with you. I'm not gonna lie to you.
This
is a bad slate.
It's awful, dude. This is one of the worst ones where I'm still gonna use my parlay boost token. So.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah, we're poggering.
What's your odds before the boost?
Plus 32.92.
Plus 32.92.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Godspeed to you, buddy.
Yeah. Well, I lost 4 bets on Tottenham today, so that was kind of brutal. It's $20.
That hurts. All right, here we go.
Hurted.
Owen, final thing final thing for the episode. Top 5 things about Germany. We should have done this last week, but I kind of missed my opportunity. There was other things. I can't remember what we did. Oh, top 5 self-care items or self-care things to do, which was
Yes, that is what you did.
which was important. Pretzel from Home Run Chase. We'll see. All right, Owen.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go first.
Okay, thank you.
Number 5, Harry Kane.
Fuck off.
Playing for Bayern Munich now. I didn't know if you knew that or not, that Harry Kane plays for Bayern
Shut
Munich
up. I
now,
hate you.
But yeah, give me Harry Kane, number 5. Number 4, this is where I put pretzels. Specifically soft pretzels. You can keep your hard pretzels. I do not care about hard pretzels at all. Number 3, sausages. I like a German sausage. Number 2, Oktoberfest in general. It's pretty sweet. Oktoberfest is fun, super cool. Looks like I'd love to go. Lederhosen is a good answer too. I didn't put that on there, but Lederhosen is a good answer. Oktoberfest, just love the vibe of it. Looks super cool. Number 1, beer. German beer, number 1. Also honorable mention on that number 1 to German Riesling, also pretty fucking good. Okay. So, Harry Kane, pretzels, sausage, Oktoberfest beer.
Gotcha. All right. Number 5, the views. Got a lot of good
like
mountains and
castles and
forests
stuff.
and,
Yeah.
castles and stuff. Number 4, transport. The Autobahn is in Germany.
Yeah.
Unlimited speed limit highway is pretty crazy.
A lot of trains.
And a lot of
Also.
trains, lots of taxis and stuff. Lots of really good public transport.
Yeah.
Number 3, the food. I like me a good Stroopwafel. Hochzeitschnitzel, also very good. Yeah, so, a lot of Austrian and German food in there.
Fair.
Number 2, beer.
Yep.
Because, German ale, very good. And number 1, soccer stadiums / jerseys. They got some really solid sports environment there.
Deutsche Bank is a pretty good stadium. Deutsche Bank.
Deutsche Bank, yeah. That is the Eintracht Frankfurt stadium.
Fun.
I don't know how Eintracht got that.
That's
That game. That's crazy.
stadium.
That's crazy that it wasn't in Munich. They have an awesome stadium though.
Yeah.
But their jerseys are sick. Have you looked up any of the Frankfurt jerseys?
Yeah.
There's the one that they gave Kelsey, and then there is their third kit that's like a black and gold. Really awesome.
Nice.
So yeah, views. Number 5. Number 4, transport. Number 3, food. Number 2, beer. And number 1, stadiums / jerseys.
Interesting. Well, maybe Brees Hall got hurt.
That would be super stupid and
comment from chat.
anger-inducing.
So, all right. Well, there you go. Okay, that's it. Another Dahm That's True in the book. Hey, we want to make sure that we shout out all of our Patreon members, our patrons over there at patreon.com/opendisaster. We really appreciate you for being here. Appreciate you for hanging out. Appreciate you for always supporting us, being there. Aaron, Mailbox Kansas City, open in the Iron District, maybe a little bit more, maybe already closed. But, just go to the Iron District and see if they're open. Dylan,
Joe.
Skylar,
Joe.
and Joe. Yes. And Aaron, just in case. I can't remember.
Just in case.
I know he listens, so absolutely. Always Aaron. Oh, Aaron also actually texted me a hot take. Sorry. We'll end on this. He said the Chiefs' defense is the best defense since the 2000 Ravens, which is a crazy statement. He said they're better than that Legion of Boom, and they're better than that Denver defense.
In terms of, is there stats to back that up? Or is
he did say that the Chiefs' offense so far, but this is a so far stat. And
the
that's
Chiefs'
why
defense so far, you mean?
Yes, that's why I don't trust this. Because, hold on, let me pull this up. Because this is a so far stat that the Chiefs are giving up 14.87 points per game through the 9 games. The Broncos gave up 16.44 points that season.
He said we're giving up 14.9.
Yep,
that's really good.
I don't know if he meant through the first 9 games for that Broncos team or if he meant for the entire season. So that's all I got for you.
That's certainly a hot take. I mean, if they only give up 14.9 points from the rest, yeah, they are better. But that's, I struggle to fathom a Chiefs team that I have watched personally.
And no, Brian Dawkins was on the Eagles at the time.
Yeah.
He played most of his career
I
on the
struggle
Eagles.
to imagine watching a Chiefs team having one of the most elite defenses of all time.
Yep.
That would be insane, right? They could, though. They're really, really good.
And they could lose the Super Bowl, or they could lose early in the playoffs because that's just not what wins games in the NFL anymore.
But you look at all the top offenses of all time, and none of them have won shit.
That's also fair.
That list of the top 30 offenses of all time, I think none of them won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you need to be like a pretty good offense.
Yeah, you need to have a really good defense and a pretty good offense, or a really good offense and a decent defense.
Yes. Yeah. In today's NFL, you have to have a decent defense and a really good offense.
And in today's NFL as well, you can't have a really bad anything. Like, the best offense can't overcome the worst special teams.
Do we think McDuffie solo covers Chase or T, or do they double them still?
He'll solo cover Chase and be fine.
Yeah, I think they'll just bracket.
And they'll just do what they did to Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, they'll do what they did to Jefferson. They'll do what they did against the Chargers. I think they'll be fine. I think at this point, I trust the game plan. They've got very solid. Drew Tranquill is a great coverage linebacker, and that's huge for us.
Yeah.
So it allows those corners to play softer because he can cover underneath, and that's huge.
Cool. But yeah,
there you go. All right. That's it. Guys, we appreciate you for being here. Appreciate you for hanging out. Finally, an episode that's way under 2 hours.
we did it.
Yes. Appreciate you for hanging out. Home Run Chase. Appreciate you. Bargy was in here. Appreciate everybody who listens. Hey, if you guys ever want to listen live, twitch.tv/Steam Machine. We start recording Dahm, That's True, starting about, if you're here at 9, we'll definitely be recording by 9. So,
yeah, 8:30-ish.
Yeah.
That's what we like to say.
Yeah. But then you'll catch grub buds. So.
Possibly. Your cat is making this green stream funny.
Yes, it is funny. Yep. All right, guys. We appreciate you for sticking around. We appreciate you for sticking through all the weirdness. That's going on with the cat right now. I don't know what's
The
happening.
cat.
I think I'm gonna go and clean the litter box right after this. I think she's just protesting because I was out of town for the weekend. So we appreciate you guys for being here. We appreciate you for hanging out. Twitter.com, Steam Machine, Twitter.com, Owen Gosh Dominant. Hey, follow us there because we might actually create a little Twitter.com, probably /Dahm That's True. Actually, I've got another account that I could just turn into the Dahm That's True account.
Maybe. I ended up losing by 2 points.
Oh, my heart breaks for you.
See you next
You're
week.
such a nice
bitch.
All right. Yeah, we'll see you guys. Hey, follow us on Twitter, though. We might let you guys know for sure next week. See you guys.